This trip is going to be a longer trip than the previous one, as he heads into the massive Algerian Sahara.
Today we are 2 trucks completing this delivery. My friend, the other driver, used to deliver vegetables to the desert back when there was no cool trucks. So he used to cross up to 1,900 kilometers non-stop to avoid the spoilage of his valuable cargo of tomatoes and such. He still has the same mentality until today, and unless I force him to stop for rest, he will not stop until we reach our final destination.
Just like winter, summer in Algeria comes with its own challenges for truck drivers, and it's more serious and dangerous than winter challenges. The temperature in some parts of the Algerian Sahara can go as high as 50 degrees Celsius, and that means the asphalt's heat is probably double that number. Nezie's truck is filled to its maximum capacity of 40 tons, and that means additional heat generated by the tires due to the cargo and the outside temperature. Nزيه must be extra careful and must utilize all his expertise to maintain the safety of the tires and the truck. It requires a non-stop monitoring and focus on low driving speeds.
Today we are heading to Ain Aminas, and it's a plus today that I have another trucker and a friend of mine who is driving his truck to the same destination with me. It's usually just me and my truck in all my missions.
Nzie's truck speed is limited to not exceed 80 kilometers per hour, but he rarely gets to that speed when his truck's cargo is full. His speed can go as low as 10 kilometers per hour for an extended period of time. Algeria is massive. It's the largest Arab country, and it's the largest African country. It's very common to see road signs with 4 digits distance in Algeria. Nzие drives more than 150,000 kilometers as an average every year. The deeper you go, the more the cities start to be smaller and far apart. There are massive parts of the Algerian Sahara that are still uninhabited until now, except for the nomads who continue to move from one place to another. During summer, Nzие must regularly stop the truck to verify the condition of his tires and truck. It's better to detect any faults prior to them causing any problems. Nzие stops for a short break with the other trucker. The more you venture into the Algerian Sahara, the less options you find in restaurants and cafes. It's time for the first tire change, but it wasn't Nzie's truck this time, it was his friend. Nzие likes to help people in general, so he can't just continue the drive and let his friend struggle with the difficult task of changing the damaged tire. The tire replacement process is complete, and Nzие is ready to continue his trip. The night is about to fall as Nzие approaches the oil-rich city of Hassi Messaoud. Before venturing further, Nzие knows that this is his last chance to buy fresh fruits, as it will become difficult to find any after this point. He tries to store it with frozen water in order to prolong its life. Before crossing Hassi Messaoud, Nzие stops for the only proper meal he will have during this trip, the food his wife prepared for him at home. Nzие shares his food with his trucker friend. It's time to go again.
We lost more than an hour of time because of the damaged tire of my friend. It's now past midnight. Driving at night is better because the weather is cooler, unlike daytime where temperature rise up to 45 and 50 degrees. We are now almost at Hassi Masoud. We will be refueling in the city before we continue the drive.
Nزيه uses every stop to check his truck over and over again and to make any required changes or repairs. It is now time for Nزيه to get some rest. He usually sleeps only a couple of hours to restore as much energy as possible. Before sunrise, Nزيه is on the road again. The morning's temperature is better, and there is a cool breeze in the air. There are no official stops for more than 400 kilometers in this road, but there is this single shack on the road where tea and coffee are served. "473 kilometers is remaining until Nziye's destination. It's prayer time, and Nzие stops to pray. According to the Islamic faith, mandatory prayers can be shortened and combined together during travel to make it easier to perform for people traveling. The writing on the wall says, "Life ends here." Along the Saharan road, you can see African migrants walking on the sides of the road sometimes.
These are illegal immigrants coming from neighboring African countries. They walk all the way to Wergla, more than 2,000 kilometers from the Algerian borders with Niger, in this unbearable heat. People driving on the road try to help them by giving them water and food. You can't just drive by them without giving them anything. They are only trying to survive, to live. We're here to work and improve our lives and the lives of our children, but for them, they are only looking for life itself. They walk with no resources on their feet for thousands of kilometers under not less than 40 degrees temperature. We are here in this nice truck with air conditioning on, and we still feel tired, so imagine their condition.
In order to complete this delivery, Nzие has to go off-road for many kilometers. He has driven 1,374 kilometers so far. Due to the sensitive nature of the delivery location, we decided to not film inside of it. After the delivery is complete, Nzие has to take a quick shower to clean his body from cement dust before starting his return trip. The return trip is usually easier since the truck is now empty. That means less pressure on the tires and also a much easier control. Due to his schedule, Nzие must drive as much as he can tonight in order to be back in Msila on time. The other truck faced another technical difficulty, and Nzие was there to help again. Nzие used the chance of the quick stop to speak to his only child for the first time since he left Msila.
الو راك تسمع فيا ولا راك تسمع فيا ولا لاباس ولا واش راك دير؟
After stopping at a late hour and spending the night, the trip is continued the next day after morning prayer. Nzih can't help all the people he meets on the road, but he tries to help people who are in places where he knows they might face danger, or maybe no one else will drive by them for days.
This guy lost 3 tires at once. We helped him by giving him some air, but I don't think he can go very far.
In desert roads, any food is great food. You can't complain about anything around here. As Nzih drives back north, the land becomes more populated, especially when you start crossing the fertile lands where the unique Algerian dates, Deglet Noor, is grown. The last sunset on this trip. Nzih is officially entering the province of Msila. And now, he's entering the city of Msila, his hometown and starting point. Nzih's son and father come to meet him in the truck's parking area. Nzih now heads home to get some rest before commencing a new trip the next day.